Well, I usually don't cover TFC that much, but I'm actually a really big TFC fan, and I thought, why not cover TFC? Because I'm not the biggest like Raptors fan. I'm much bigger of a TFC fan than I am the Raptors. It's kind of weird to say, but yeah, I do have to agree that I'd probably love to cover TFC more on this page, rather than the Toronto Raptors. So, Man 3 Sports, we're going to continue with the Blue Jays and, of course, the Leafs when they come around in the spring. But I will bring you guys TFC content until the end of the season. And judging by the record, doesn't look like it was supposed to be the other end. That was embarrassing. It doesn't look like they're going to be doing too well for that long. What is up, guys? My name is Nick Garcelle. Welcome back to another video. TFC loses to the Seattle Sounders 2-0, and let's talk about this one. The Seattle Sounders are 8-2-7 now with 26 points, as you see on the board, and 5-3-10, 18 points. TFC currently in 12th. It's a rough one. And TFC this season have not been very good with scoring goals. Only 24 to their name. Now, a lot of the actual other teams in the league have a pretty low goal total. So the fact that TFC has 24 goals is actually pretty good. It's the goals against that absolutely destroys Toronto. 34 goals against. It actually is, I believe, tied for the most allowed. Is it? It's tied. They are tied for the most goals against in the entire league, with San Jose, who is actually their opponent next week. And hopefully we'll get to see Lorenzo Insigne. If Insigne is in fact going to be at that game, I will be there. I will be there watching Lorenzo kick some butt. So that would be amazing to watch. But let's recap this game real quick, and then we'll just kind of get on with it. So early in this game, it's kind of hard to recap the soccer game, but let's do it. It starts off pretty well for TFC. You know, they're not doing too bad. They're holding their own. And then all of a sudden, the force starts to come against Toronto. About 14 minutes in, the yellow card set to get thrown out. Salcedo gets a yellow card, and a couple guys on Seattle get a yellow card. Leo Chu and Nohu Tolo. And then a gorgeous pass in front by Leo Chu to Dylan Tevez. His first game in the MLS, his first start in the MLS, and 39 minutes in, Dylan Tevez is scoring the opener for the Seattle Sounders. Now, halftime reaches in the, and I was going to say the Blue Jays. My goodness, I gotta remember what sport I'm talking about. TFC, the ball possession was actually pretty good for them in the first half, and the shots were not too bad either. It was just the quality of chances that TFC wasn't taking in this one, and they looked pretty lackluster. Coming on was DeAndre Kerr for Ayo Akinola. I think that was a mistake. I think Akinola could have stayed out longer, but they decided to make the decisions. Bob Bradley, he's a smart man, so he knows what to do. 46 minute, 2 substitutions coming for DeAndre Kerr and Ayo Akinola coming off, and Shaquille Marshall-Ruti coming on for Luca Petrasso. And at this point, it looked like TSC was starting to slow down. Seattle caught wind, and they started making some substitutions of their own. And then, ending the game, a beautiful pass by Nicolas Lodeiro to Freddie Montero. Has no trouble at all getting that one past Westberg in the back of the net. And TFC loses the game there. Seattle Sounders win this one. Again, ball possession was heavily in favor of TFC with 62% towards the ball possession in favor of TFC against a 38 for the Seattle Sounders. Now, the expected goals is where it comes different, because Seattle had a 1.78 expected goals in this one with their chances, and 0.92 for TFC is what they were having. 13 shots in total for TFC against the 11 for Seattle. Big chances kind of came around back and forth. And shots on off target, 6 for TFC, 5 for Seattle, 6 on target for TFC, and only 4 for Seattle. But again, it was the quality of chances that really let TFC down in this one. Seattle was taking every opportunity they had to put the ball in the back of the net. And even though Seattle's having a bit of a rough season, you know, they are fourth in the West still, 8-2-7. They're still over 500, the 500 percentage mark. And I do think that they are pretty happy that their new men scored on in this one. So that was a big goal for Seattle in a big game. So honestly, I'm not too upset with TFC. No, this is a stumper. This is a stumper. But if you look at the game last week for TFC, and you just look at what they did against Columbus Crew, right? They beat Atlanta. That was a big win for TFC. And then they played a really good game against Columbus Crew, handling all the ball possession. The big chances were in favor of TFC. The total shots were there with 19 from TFC. And the stats are starting to follow. Toronto is pushing. They are pushing for a spot in the playoffs. Unfortunately, it is just not falling their way. And that's mainly because the defense is not that great on Toronto. But they still have tons of time. All right, they have tons of time to find a spot. They are currently out of a playoff spot by 6 points. They do have reinforcements coming, Toronto. They have Domenico Crescitu coming from all the way from Italy, and I think he's a really good defender. Natural left back, can play center back. He can rotate between positions, and then obviously Lorenzo Insigne coming very, very soon for Toronto. In fact, he should be playing in the next game, as I stated earlier. So this is good for TFC. They have two guys that are going to bring some reinforcements. Pretty much where they put all their money into this team has been waiting to play since about, I believe it was April. So now the reinforcements are coming, and now TFC has the potential to make the playoffs, but they got to use what they have. And I'm really interested to see how they're going to use Lorenzo Insigne in this very confused lineup at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have to say for today. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more of these videos, and please make sure to turn on your post notifications to get notified when these videos do come out. One more thing, please make sure to share this video with your friends and family. Helps me a lot, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. San Jose Earthquakes come to BMO Field against Toronto FC, 7:30 p.m. on the next Saturday, July 9th. It's going to be a fun one, and I think TFC has got the dub in their back pocket. Anyways, take it easy, guys.